Today, I want to talk about something I created because I was so overwhelmed. Not because I had clarity or confidence or because I knew exactly what I was doing, but because I didn't. I had a big vision, and I remember sitting down thinking, okay, how the heck am I actually supposed to make this happen? I didn't know the how or even where to start. And that's exactly why I created one of the best goal setting exercises, the quarterly retreat. This video is for you if you have big goals but no idea how to get there. Maybe you feel overwhelmed when you think about your future, or you start things but don't follow through. Or maybe you're afraid to commit to something because you're not even sure what you want yet. We're going to talk about how to bridge that gap. By the end of this video, you will walk away with a clear, simplified process for setting goals that you will actually achieve and feel good about. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Elise. I'm an embodiment and growth mentor and a somatic practitioner. I teach you how to view the world differently by understanding how your brain, your body, and your emotions actually work, so you can finally create a life that feels aligned, grounded, and actually fulfilling. This is part 5 of my 7-part series, How to Completely Reset Your Life, the manifestation and goal setting series. And honestly, one of the most important pieces of the entire journey. Make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss the rest of the series. All right, let's dive in. So, what is the quarterly retreat? Every 3 months, I take 2 days to review previous goals, look at what worked and didn't work, and refine where I'm going. Think of it kind of like navigating a boat, making sure that you are keeping it on the correct route through small adjustments over time. It is the best ritual you can create for yourself, especially if you get easily overwhelmed or tend to go back to old habits. Because most people don't fail at their goals because they are lazy. They fail because the goal feels too big, too vague, or too far away, or because underneath the goal, there are limiting beliefs that you aren't aware of, doubts about worthiness or capability, habits that contradict the goal, or fear of failing. So instead of trying to leap from where you are to the end result, I started asking a different question. What is the smallest, least overwhelming step that I could take next? And that's it. Quarterly retreats are not about going all in, trying to achieve your biggest goal in 1 month. They're about creating a bridge between where you are now and where you want to go when you don't know the how yet. And before you do anything else, you start with your definite purpose statement, what we created in the previous step in this series. So if you have not created your statement yet, I will link the video right here for you. Having your definite statement is so important. It is your filter. Every goal, every idea, curiosity, or experiment runs through this question. Does this move me closer to who I said I wanted to be and how I wanted to feel? And if the answer is no, it most likely does not belong in your daily routine. This prevents you from chasing random goals, doing things just because you should, or putting energy into things that drain you. And your definite purpose is your anchor. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get into the first step of how to do a quarterly retreat. First, grab a pen and a piece of paper or a journal. Then choose 2 to 4 pillars that you wish to set goals against. So these are simply categories for your life, so everything doesn't feel all jumbled in your head. Examples might be health and self-care, career or work, money, relationships, creativity or play, and personal growth. And these are not rules, they are just areas of your life you are honing in on to refine and grow. And getting clear on these helps you to see your life clearly instead of one giant overwhelming blob. The next step is to choose 1 to 2 goals per pillar. This is where people usually go wrong because they try to do everything. And this is why you choose 1 or 2 goals per pillar. Not because they're perfect or guaranteed to work, because they feel like, yeah, I could try that. And that's the key. You don't want to overload yourself with a ton of goals. Just 1 to 2 per pillar, which is very reasonable and doable. And after this is the fun part. This is where you get to write out a few actions you will take to work towards each of these goals. And these do not have to be grandiose or crazy. So remember, we want them to be easy and digestible for the mind, especially when you are pushing against limiting beliefs or fears. So, what does this look like in real life? Let's say one of your goals is, I want to change my career. And that may seem huge or scary and overwhelming. And instead of feeling anxious, you simply break it down. The small actions you take to work towards gaining clarity on this goal might be something like watch one YouTube video a week about a new industry, spend 30 minutes a week researching classes or programs without committing, or talk to one person who does a job that you are interested in. None of these require you to decide anything. They just give you information. And information creates clarity. Small steps matter because here's what is actually happening when you do this. You are training your subconscious to see how you can easily follow through, explore something new without completely freezing, and actually move towards something without pressure and start to see that you are actually capable of change. Even if the actions don't directly lead to the final goal, they prove something to your mind. I am the kind of person who moves toward what she wants with ease. And once you step into that identity, goal setting starts to get easier and easier. Your subconscious mind starts looking for evidence that supports that identity. And over time, those small steps compound. And that's how big shifts actually happen. And at the end of each quarter, you sit down and reflect. What did I actually accomplish? What were my wins? And you can start to see everything that you did that worked. You'll also see what you tried and maybe didn't like. There may be some surprising revelations that come through when you start to reflect surrounding what you want to continue with or even let go. Sometimes you will realize, wow, I thought I wanted this and now I actually don't. And that's a win because it's clarity and growth at the same time. This turns your life into something that you are co-creating, not forcing. This quarterly retreat is a game changer. It feels lighter and actually works because it removes pressure from achieving a really big goal, makes growth feel really safe, allows for experimentation, it builds trust with yourself, and it shifts limiting beliefs all at the same time. In doing this, you are being intentional with what you are aligned with, what you want, and simplifies goal setting. So you aren't shaming yourself for failing yet another goal that you have set for yourself. Doing this over time is where the momentum comes in, and you start to see just how much closer to your goals you actually are. If you want guidance through this entire process, from defining your purpose to breaking it down, to rewiring the beliefs that stop you from following through, Glow Up is where I take you through this step by step. We work with belief systems, habits, shifting your outdated identities, regulating nervous system patterns, and taking aligned action. And lucky you, if you are watching this video, you can use code YouTube for a special discount. The link is right here on the screen and in the description below. This is step 5 of the 7-part Reset and Manifest series. In the next video, we will talk about habits and identity-based actions, how small daily choices compound into real transformation. And if you missed the previous videos, I will link the full series right here on the screen. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.